Day 21, last day of the third week. A little over 300 miles so far. It's going well. Had a good night in the tent, slept well. I really like my Thermal Rest Neo Air or something or another sleeping pad. When you find a stealth place and you put out your tent, you really don't realize what's underneath, whether the rocks or roots or. So anyway, I got in my tent, got on my sleeping pad, slept good. I got up this morning and was putting up the sleeping bag. Then I put up the Thermarest, and there was a big old rock right in the middle of the tent. And I didn't know it. Thermarest did its job. Kept everything nice and cozy. So anyway, day 21's off. Start with a nice climb, some rolling hills. First shelter's about 10 miles out. I'm caught in the middle of shelters. If I go to the first shelter and stop, it's only a 10-mile day. Then it's 17 miles to the second shelter. That's 27 miles, which I'm not going to do. And so I'll have to find another sleeping stealth campsite tonight. And I found one. There shows one on the AWOLs. So I guess that's what I'll do. All right. Hope everybody's enjoying these things. Appreciate the comments I've been getting on the YouTube feedback. It's all good. Pretty cool. Got a stream. We made a rock bridge. Someone went to a lot of work to make that, and I appreciate it. Here's another one. Somebody's working hard. Rust-colored, clay-colored. That must be the stream up there coming out. Very nice. All right, here we are on day 21, excuse me. And been going about 4 hours. Not sure how far, I haven't bothered to look at a map. Just keep walking. Amazingly, the terrain has been wonderful. I just met a guy named Greg who was section hiking from Pennsylvania, and he said he's done all this. And he said that for the rest 20 or so miles, that it's not too rocky. He said the last 40 or so miles were the difficult part. Just be ready for that. Makes it hard for me, not knowing where the rocks and stuff are, to plan. Because I'll say, oh my God, it's flat. And then you'll think, 2.5 miles an hour, I'm getting it. There's a little bird. And then all of a sudden you'll hit the rocks, and 2.5 miles an hour turns into 0.5 mile an hour. I don't know the area that well, but I must be near a military base. I've been seeing and hearing all kind of crazy things this morning. Those, I think they're called Thunderbolt. Those Air Force tank killers, twin-engine tank killers, with the sitting in the built around a Gatling gun. They were out playing for about 2 hours this morning. And I heard them come over high, then they come over lower, and then they were about treetop, and all of a sudden you'd hear and where they were shooting that gun, and they'd pull up and go. So I guess they were out training. And I heard some heavy stuff. You know, in my mind, I'm thinking maybe it's tanks or something, but I don't know. And I heard some helicopters. So I imagine I'm near a military base. Either that or someone's invading Pennsylvania. I hope it's the earlier, not the latter. Anyway, it's a good day. Temperature's moderate. Making good time. One climb coming out this morning, and it was the perfect kind of climb for me. It was, I'm going to guess, I didn't really look at it, I'll say 800 or so feet climb, but it was on a constant, manageable grade. And I didn't slow down, you just kept on walking, and that was nice. And so that's it. Day 21's going good. I've got a shelter up ahead. I'm going to guess about 3.5 miles now. And I'll stop there and do an evaluation for the rest of the day. I mentioned on that first movie I made that I'm between shelters, and it's making it difficult to get to a shelter and spend the night. I needed to not have spent the night in the last town I did. I should have just got cleaned up and washed my clothes and resupplied and gotten out and hiked about 8 miles, and then that might have made things work. But I don't know. I kind of like the tent camping also. I have friends who tent camp even when they're at a shelter. But it is what it is. All right, so like I said, now it's 11:42. Moving on. I'll talk to you later. I got to the intersection for Swatara Gap shelter. I was going to go there for lunch. It's a 3/10 off the trail though. It'd be 6/10, over half a mile round trip. And right beside it was this unofficial little campsite overlooking a stream. I like it here. I think I made a good choice. This tree's covered in fungi. I guess that's fungi. Guess it's a dead tree. All right, I've been hiking in the woods all day, and then all of a sudden, pow! Pop out to this beautiful field. I'm close to a road up ahead, and I understand there's a state park and a big steel bridge. So I think I'm gonna go to that steel bridge where you're not supposed to camp and try to find a place to camp and go from there. Anyway, this is beautiful. Right, so I've gone 17.2 for the day already, and I'm going to a campsite about 1.5 miles up, but they don't have water, so I'm with a part of the Georgia delegation here. So we stopped at this little stream right here, and we decided to go ahead and make our dinner, and then get everything done, pack in a little water. Then this is going to be cool. We're going to go about 1.5 miles or so to the campsite and set up. And he's got a buddy who's coming up tomorrow, and he's going to hike with us, so for about a 10 or 11 mile hike. And then he's going to drive us to his house. And is that Harrisburg?
Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And he has a washing machine and a shower. I can't wait. And then he's going to take us to church on Easter Sunday morning. I'm excited about that.
The previous section hiker, he's hiked it twice.
Oh yeah, I've mentioned him before. He's already hiked the whole trail twice. So it ought to be fun. We'll get in tonight, set up camp, get up tomorrow, meet him, do 10 or 11 miles, and then bust out and go spend the night at his house, get cleaned up, wash up, maybe do a little shopping, and then go to church on Sunday. And he's going to bring us right back to where he picked us up, and off we go again. All right. All right. This is pretty cool. Appalachian Trail. Here's a big old bridge, metal bridge, with a big old river that I don't have to swim across because of this big old bridge. And this is cool. I'm about a mile from my campsite. I think I get to climb about 400 feet. I'm gonna put up my tent and call it a day. Day 21's been good. It'll be, I'm guessing, about 18 and a half miles. I may be wrong, but I'll look it up before I post it on YouTube, so it'll be correct. But it's been a beautiful day. Not as near as rocky as I thought it was going to be. I understand we're going to be hitting that fairly soon, though. All right, everybody have a great weekend.